the 24-hour Experian inquiry removal hack. I've seen a lot of credit gurus charge top dollar for this method. It's crazy, but I believe there should be no gatekeeper when it comes to cleaning your credit. So with that being said, I'm actually gonna give this to you for free. So let's dive in. So when it comes to the Experian inquiry removal hack, I just wanna go over some quick tips before I actually dive into it. Number one, please do not dispute inquiries on open accounts. Because if you do that, what's gonna happen is they're gonna close the account. So let's just say that you have an inquiry on your account and it's connected to a credit card, right? You've had this credit card for a while, but you're thinking, hey, I don't want this inquiry on my file. If you get this removed, you will see that credit card be shut down. Why? Because when inquiries are attached to open accounts, anything that happens to the inquiry is the same thing that's gonna happen to whatever credit product that is, especially credit cards. So with that being said, if it's attached to an open credit card, do not dispute it. Just let it fall off naturally. Now, the play is, if you really want to remove something, let's just say it's like auto loan inquiries, because let's just say you allowed a dealership to run your credit and they ran it like 4 or 5 times, then yes, this is perfect for you. You want to remove all those because a lot of institutions are actually inquiry sensitive, and sometimes you don't know off the top of your head who's inquiry sensitive and who's not. So something like that would be really good to get off your credit report. So I just wanted to get that out there. The first thing that you want to do when it comes to the Experian inquiry removal hack is you want to call their actual fraud department. So the number is 714-830-7000. That is the number that you want to call for the fraud department. Now, with that being said, there is going to be a little hassle to get somebody on the line. I just want to let you know that now. So the number one thing that you want to remember on this is patience. Patience, patience, patience. Please have patience. The reason why I tell you to have patience is because when I go through this list, this can get frustrating. It even got frustrating for me a few times. Like, it still gets frustrating for me sometimes. So I just want to give you the walkthrough. So when you call this number, they are going to ask for your personal information. It's fine. I promise you, it's not a scam or anything of that nature. You can Google this phone number and everything. But with that being said, they're going to ask for your full name. The automated system is going to ask for either your full name. They're also going to ask for your social security number and your zip code. That is the number one thing that they're going to ask for. You type everything in, and after that, the automated system is going to give you a list of options that you can choose from. Now, this isn't your electricity company, your phone provider company. You can't just keep pressing 0 or keep saying speak to representative. That automated system will hang up on you, and that's where it gets frustrating and people turn around and don't want to do this. Listen to what I say closely. So when the automated system asks, what are you calling for? Say credit report. Now, when it asks for credit report, it's going to give you the runaround. What you want to do is you want to be patient and you want to wait until the automated system says it's something else. You're going to say it's something else, because if you say speak to a representative, it's going to say, sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. Did you mean this? Don't do that. Wait until it says it's something else. So what you want to do is wait till it says something else and then go about that. 9 times out of 10, the automated system is going to ask you for something else. Right? It's going to say, hey, did you want a credit freeze? Did you want a new Experian account? Or it's something else? What do you think you're going to choose? You're not going to say speak to a representative. If not, you're going to go all the way back to the beginning. It's something else. All right? So once you get past the automated system, that's round 1. All right, congratulations. Once you get on the phone with a representative, again, this is not your electricity company. You cannot go in there guns blazing, yelling at these people, being rude to these people, because at the end of the day, you have to remember, you need them. They don't need you. You're calling for help for them, right? So be as nice as possible. You can't go up there throwing a bunch of laws at them and think that they're going to listen to you, because I've actually seen it live. I've seen somebody do that and they just hung up on them and they had to start this process all over again. So please don't do that. Be respectful. So like I stated, next, when you get on the phone with a live representative, you're not out of the woods yet. The first thing that you want to ask when they say, hello, please state your name, blah, 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 blah. What you want to do is you want to ask, hey, may I please speak to the fraud department? Now, when you talk to some of them, some reps will give you a hard time. I'm just gonna let you know that now, because that's where all the magic happens, the fraud department. Some will actually give you a hard time and ask you, hey, for what? I can assist you, things of that nature. You wanna be very respectful and say, no, can I please speak to the fraud department? I just wanna inquire about some things on my credit report. Now, because it is a recorded system and a recorded line, they have to comply. So with that being said, just stay the course, say, hey, I want to speak to the fraud department. So when they do get you over there, just say, they're going to say, okay, give me one moment. Now that you got that out the way, that's round 2. You won. Now we're going to keep going. But there are some twists and turns to this. Sometimes the actual representative will not actually transfer you to the fraud department. They'll say they will, but they really won't. So remember I said it is a recorded line. So the number one thing that you want to do is whenever you get on the phone with the next representative, the first question that you want to ask is, hey, is this the fraud department? They can't lie because it's their job, and they have to be honest because it's a recorded line. So if they say, yes, this is the fraud department, now you're in the right place. Now, when you get to the fraud department, you want to let them know that you've seen a lot of fraudulent activity, because you see a lot of inquiries on your credit report that you don't really recognize. I'm not telling you to lie or anything, but let's just say you just wake up one morning and you look at your credit report and you're like, I don't remember these. You know what? I don't think they need to be there. So take that information how you will. So with that being said, you want to let the representative know, I see some inquiries on my credit report that I don't remember being there, so I would like to have them removed. So they're going to say, sure, Mr. or Miss, whoever, which ones do you see that are actually fraudulent? And you're going to let them know from top to bottom, whichever they are, no matter if it's 1 or if it's 10, just let them know, as long as they're not attached to open credit card accounts or open personal loans or anything of that nature. But if they're not and they're just sitting there and they have no reason for them being there, you want to get them off. So now, like I said, you want to be super respectful to these people and say, hey, this one doesn't need to be there, this one doesn't need to be there, this one doesn't need to be there. If you want to extend the actual consumer law to them, hey, this actual inquiry doesn't need to be there, this one does not need to be there, I don't recognize this one, this one, this one, and you go into detail about the ones that don't need to be there, they will further the actual investigation itself. Now, here's the play when you do it, because they're not just going to do it and just go off of word of mouth. They have to actually follow guidelines when it comes to this. So when you go into detail, you want to let them know, hey, I've reached out to the original creditor and I took all the necessary steps to actually getting this removed. The reason why is because they want to make sure that when they do this investigation, they know that, hey, Mr. or Miss actually went to the actual original creditor and told them that, hey, this is fraudulent. I do not remember this inquiry. Does that make sense? You want to actually say, yes, I did reach out. You always want to say yes when it comes to, hey, did you take the proper necessary steps? You always want to say yes. If you say no to anything, you're done. You lost. The reason why is because they think that you're just up there just trying to remove things just to remove things. But if they tell you, hey, did you file a report? Yes. Hey, did you actually talk to the original creditor? Yes. You are fine. They're going to tell you, hey, it's going to take 24 to 72 hours to get this removed off of your credit report. Now, in my case, I've seen certain inquiries get removed in 24 hours. I've seen inquiries get removed in 72 hours. Either way, it's fine. Just wait these few days and I promise you everything is going to get removed from your credit report and you're going to be ecstatic because you're going to see your credit report actually jump up a few points. It's not going to jump up a lot unless you have like 40 inquiries that need to be removed, but you'll see a couple of points here and there actually get risen, and that's the actual dope thing about this. Now, again, I'm not telling people to lie, but I'm showing you what you can do to actually get things off of your credit report, such as sweep inquiries and things of that nature. Again, do not sweep inquiries on open accounts, and also don't be a jerk to these people because, again, you need them. They don't need you. It's not the other way around. So do what you can to try to get these inquiries removed, and I promise you, you'll see a jump in your actual credit report. And that's basically how it's done. I've helped a lot of people, including myself, get inquiries removed off of Experian. So this is the actual proper way in terms to get everything removed. Again, always ask for the fraud department, make sure that they rebuttal and say this is the fraud department, and just go from there. And I promise you everything will work out. If you have to rewind this, write things down, things of that nature, I promise you, do it and it's going to work out. And if you've actually done this hack, put it in the comment section and let us know how that went. And if I actually missed anything, let me know, put it in the comment section, because I'm pretty sure this is always what I always do. But you might have something better, but let us know. And I just want to appreciate you guys for retaining this information and actually learn it with me. And until next time, ladies and gents.